brushed after this map, or will we go the distance to a map number 3? It's up to them to decide. Athena, Gideon, let's get it started.
Thanks so much, Reflections. Also, big ups to both Lafell as well, breaking it down perfectly. So far, this game is really going to boil down to how those first couple of minutes is going to go, because, man, Team Falcons with a draft like that, trying to cover every single position is kind of wild.
It looked like a chess match, actually, answering each and every move that we've seen Twisted Mind try and take. Actually, for the Kagura, I'm a bit concerned. Although, it's all about the mechanics and the pilot, right?
That's true.
It's all about who uses the perfect timing as well here for Twisted. Immediate interception here for Twisted Minds, and a punish onto Zeb. First blood here for Count Daisy. Violet might fall as well. It's Daisy right up front.
They're so
with
smart.
an early double kill.
They're so smart! They're so smart! This is the first time we're finally seeing the counter jungle actually happen. You're predicting your opponents, giving them no information, walk up to try and invade, and instantly body slammed into them. And you've got a Paquito who's strong at level 1 to make that happen. That was great. And now Litho for free.
Great minds do think alike. And now it's Cal on to Livy and Raimundo. Now we see some action. Now we see the countermeasure that Twisted Minds change from game 1, now reflecting heavily onto game 2.
So good. So very, very good. This is the best start possible that we can see from Twisted Minds' side. However, it's not over just yet. Just because First Blood was given over doesn't necessarily mean that the entire game is over. It's just going to be a little tough for Zev to come back into it. And I think Violet, unfortunately, just does not have the base stats to contest with Paquito until first items are purchased.
Yeah, and it's actually one of the analyses earlier onto giving Daisy a hero that could actually withstand and do some action. And now it's up to main lane to actually try and bear some of the responsibility to setting up bigger and better team fights here for Twisted Minds. And now onto the top lane is going to be Chinchao yet again being targeted. There's Sev onto the side lanes. Very nice BMI out here just to disengage.
Yeah, they didn't see the BMI, unfortunately. They could have waited just a little bit longer just in case it times out and see whether the mistake was going to be made. But with the Deadly Magic already gone and information on where Zev is, this should be a pretty free turtle as Raimundo opens up the map to see Kao.
Okay, Violet is there as well. They're still waiting for that big square, that big RWM that TV might do, but instead they just focus on trying to level things up here for Twisted, not giving them any more kills than necessary.
Oh man, the turtle already slain and Zev in position to try to make another attack and another attempt on that top side. Mid gets attacked instead as Twisted Minds are sending the reinforcements.
Okay, now they react. It's Chinchao yet again being left defenseless. Even the Deadly Magic committed. BMI just enough of a shield to get back and survive. And now it's Kao living some of those frame moments with a chucking shot, but all is still good. No kills yet, just yet here for Team Falcons.
Yep, and now they're going to take their time as Twisted Minds know that they have enough of a lead to start stealing away some spare change from Falcons. In this case, one of the small camps. Zev just has to watch.
Okay, it's all about maintaining their tempo as well. Main lane committing the heavy spin. Raimundo will be bowling down. What a smooth transition for game 2 here for Twisted.
Yep, Raimundo a little should be careful here because at this point Twisted Minds, they don't mind just ripping the ult. They don't mind just finding even more picks. They already have the lead. They're not going to play from behind. They're showing that they have enough dominance to play ahead. Can Zev steal this away in time? Zev does not have retribution just yet.
Okay, she's just rushing through everything. And it looks like it's still main lane here.
Possible punish?
Lost me. Okay, onto the top lane. They go for the counter punish. Raimundo onto the back, targeting Kao. It's it again, going in with the golden orb, but no one is caught here onto the side of Team Falcons. But yet again, what a great answer. Trying to push back a little against Twisted.
A slight adaptation. Oh, the Yank overturn connects, and now the Blazing Duet in the back line!
Chinchao does a great job to committing a damage, but still isn't enough to actually turn it into a kill. Now, across the map, there was also an attempt here for Team Falcons, but unfortunately, though, it doesn't succeed. It doesn't still equate onto any kills. 4 minutes into the game, and they still haven't found the right rhythm yet. Maybe here under the turtle, they will.
It's all about adaptation. Now Violet trying to maintain as much pressure as possible to create that space. Sa needs to clear that midway before they get it, and now the fight starts to begin.
Oh, now it's Raimundo forcing out Daisy. Missed position here for Twisted Mind still. It's Sa follow up closely with the Thrasho and Sammy umbrellas being thrown all over the bush. Neutral objective still up. They might not reset this one as Twisted continues their dominance here onto the top lane. Raimundo and the rest of Team Falcons will disengage and not contest the turtle anymore. Sa, and again with Yin yung overturn, Liv trying to run away. Golden Aura as well, looking for the side steps just to try and survive. And she will not, even with the flying clouds, still isn't enough time to actually help her.
Very nicely played. So far, Twisted Minds are coming out of this with 0 deaths. The kill score is 4-0. Falcons have yet to find something against them. However, the lead isn't running away just yet.
Yep.
Despite what happened in the early game, Zev is still trying to make plays across the map. Now getting caught. Is this going to be a death?
Okay, it's going to be the magic trick here. Trying to run away, but it looks like there is no way out but to go down here for Zev.
I mean, they made the attempt, right? Try to clear up the wave really, really fast so that Violet has a little bit of time to kind of maintain control, or could have gone to roam had that wave been completely destroyed. But at this point, Zev is getting targeted hard by Twisted Minds. They are not letting this transition into the mid game go to waste like in game 1.
Okay, now they're finally maximizing what their composition is made for, right? Immediate turnarounds. And it's all about delaying things up here for Team Falcons. Now they're trying to find a way. Thus, how about let Liv farm up as much as he can. But for Twisted Minds, they just did a really great job until finally getting an answer back for Daisy here, especially for that Paquito wonderful pick.
And so far, it's been doing wonders. Oh, another Yin Yang reaction with a Sky Piercer on top of it. Sa finds the pick of a lifetime, and Zev continues to get punished.
That is just messy here for Team Falcons. An early 0-3 onto your jungler, and now it's Twisted Minds written all over the map. Even Liv will have a hard time trying to find the right lanes to stay and farm up as much as he can.
Yeah, the worst possible outcomes have already come true. Jin Chao just needs to scale because Sa and Daisy are strong enough to take out Zev and Liv if they are exposed to the enemy. Now, Twisted Minds gonna take their time with this. I think they want to extend this lead even further. They didn't bother invading the orange buff, but they just want the turtle first. It seems like they're not going to overextend. They're playing it by the book. Very textbook plays.
Okay, it's all about maintaining composure here also for Twisted Minds. And we do like that they don't do this flashy, unnecessary movements across the map unless it's really necessary. All about clearing up the lanes, not letting any lane turret being destroyed here for Team Falcons. And Daisy, she is confident enough that she could hold over on the 2 members, even forcing out some of the poker tricks here for Seva. And for Twisted Minds, if ever they committed, they were ready for any rumble. They were ready for battle immediately.
It's a gradual climb at this point. 4.5 is starting to come into dangerous territory for the Falcons. They have yet to find anything. Not a single kill on this game. Not a single turret on the map. Yet they understand one thing. We can scale. We just need to hit our item power spikes. How do we stop the bleeding as they now try to intercept this dive?
Okay, now they put some pressure onto Raimundo. Heavy spin will miss out most of the heroes here for Team Falcons. But now Livy is trying to find a way to alleviate some of those pressure. But it's going to be at cost of her own life. Chin Chao and the rest of the members of Twisted Mind still got a better trade onto that one.
And now they continue. They try to press the advantage here. Falcons tried. They finally get a kill back. Unfortunately for Livy, it did cost her absolutely everything. Last tier 1 turret here on the bottom side finally destroyed. Mid needs to be cracked wide open before Twisted Minds can accelerate this game any further. They're just limited by the structures that Falcon continuously try to defend.
And also, because of Twisted Minds, the change and the momentum, the facing as well, and Sa finally getting her hands on a hero she's most comfortable with, right? She's doing a great job onto checking each and every bush, preventing what happened onto game number 1 with Sev just targeting all over again onto their core damage dealers. Vision is everything here for Twisted Minds.
It is, and right now Daisy holding a very powerful position, but Violet's going to expose it first. I see a Genius Wand being purchased. Pretty greedy here, considering everything that's already happened in the early stages of the game. And I would have imagined, at least with the composition that they have, shredding that MR is vital for Violet and Levy. At this point of time, there should be an attack from the Falcons, but it seems like they don't have enough manpower or the resources. They will find one in Kao as the Lord goes into the hands of Twisted Minds.
It's all about the baby steps here for Team Falcons. Taking those small steps might matter later on as long as they don't get full-on annihilated here by Twisted Minds. And somehow, Sev is still doing a great job onto somehow balancing out the longer lanes here against Twisted Minds and preventing that macro falling onto the hands here for Chinchao and the rest of the gang. Lord will be marching onto the top lane. Twisted Minds trying to find another person to actually take down here. But for Falcons, it's all about clearing up, making it safer, and being inflicted a lot of damage here, but still will survive.
Still survives, and now we see the Falcons again maintaining these waves really, really well. Twisted Minds really lost a lot of confidence once Kao ended up going down. They didn't have their dedicated man, woman to walk into these bushes and absorb that kind of deadly damage that we're expecting from the Falcons side. Actually, let's pull up the item list before. Zev should not die here. They'll be able to get out. Even deadly magic being used. Maylin takes little to no damage. I'm assuming Maylin already has radiant armor as Chinchao backs up. Let's look at this, right? Yep, radiant armor, chastised pauldron already done for Maylin. On the opposite side, it seems that Zev even more. First item decided to go for concentrated energy just to survive the early game.
Yep.
And now with the Genius Wand, provides a little bit of utility for everybody else. Daisy played that well. Good composure.
Okay, it's all about maintaining the lead here for Twisted Minds. They're not letting any cracks here to be seen by Team Falcons. And now they slowly somehow negate some of the jungles, the macro as well. They're trying to somehow control it against Team Falcons. But for now, it's still Sev focusing onto the small things here onto the map, trying to and get a single person out of Twisted Minds. Raimundo for the follow-up! Immediate shutdown onto Daisy. They've got a plenty bounty right there here for Team Falcons. Now it's next on line. Flicker as well committed just to try and escape that one. But no, it's Livy with a shutdown kill. Haven't seen here for main lane. Trying to corner up Livy, and they will do so with Chinchao with a double kill. It's 2 onto 3, and Sev will get those numbers as well. And Team Falcons kindly get a very beautiful play here. Chinchao forced out onto her Flicker. Now we see some action happening here on the map.
Really, really tough for Chinchao especially because again, you're coming to the point of the game where you already have your Trinity items. It's just maintaining the Art of Thievery stacks on top of the Golden Staff stacks. Daisy nearly one-shotting Zev, but the counterplay is just too much. Just like predicted by our studio, Violet on this Esme is a problem.
Just let her cook, right? And she ate well enough to actually absorb some of those shields. Not some, most of the shields here from Twisted Minds. And now for Team Falcons, they were just waiting to pounce on their prey. And now finally we see the tables have been turned. Now they got the chance to take down an objective, and then top of that, a possible takedown yet again. Ramona onto Sa. They're forcing out Twisted out of their position. Chinchao goes in with a blazing do it. Immediate shutdown onto Sev. And they go in and take the Lord as well in the process. Liv and the rest of the gang tries to go in with a trade-off just enough to finally get an advantage. Shutdown immediately onto Chinchao. They continue here on the purple buff side. And it looks like for Twisted Mind, they got a Lord, but at the sacrifice of 2 members.
Yeah, not 100% sure how that was going to start playing out here. Fortunately, if Chinchao survived, I think there was definitely an opportunity for Twisted Minds to take this back. But look at the gold lead, despite getting the Lord, despite doing everything correctly, minimizing the damage, Falcons still walk away positive despite that.
That was a very smart move actually here for Team Falcons, just waiting. And then Raimundo focusing solely on Sa, preventing the burst from ever happening. She was just so far. And even though Chinchao was has managed to actually reach Sev and the rest, but one thing's for sure, the rest of the gang, they were willing to take the risk and they took it. That is a high reward play here for Team Falcons. And now it's Violet being targeted. Even if Rattery was committed on her, but they were not successful. That is huge info here for Team Falcons.
It's not, unfortunately, just needed a couple more attacks coming in from Chinchao, which is the main win condition so far for the Twisted Minds. If you look at the items, and already max builds are starting to come. One last item to complete the full set. A Winter Crown coming in from Chinchao. We're expecting Twisted Minds for the upcoming fight to try to get Falcons to gather together to get a maximized Blazing Duet, and hopefully that's going to be enough to bait out everything from the Falcons.
That's the thing. Now we have to solely focus onto when and where Chin Chao could possibly come from, because she is the most crucial piece alongside with Saa. And Raimundo is just doing a great job onto spotting out those two critical members here for Twisted Minds. And looking at the Dabitot ranking, she is the key to all the fights that Twisted Minds would be able to win onto this clash.
They're really struggling. Again, only Chin Chao can technically do relevant damage to this Esme, but now they're trying to defend themselves as the Conceal comes out. All this for a tier 2. You can see how the tables have shifted from a dominating early game from the side of Twisted Minds into the mid game, where Falcons use their experience to hold on to the economy and stop the bleeding. This is a really great showing of veterancy, not only by the Falcons, but creative adaptive plays from Twisted Minds, because now they've hit the second roadblock. The first one was preset from game number 1. Coming into this one, we need to see them do it on the fly without the help of their coach.
It's all about maintaining the pressure to stop the bleeding, right? And that is exactly what Falcons did. They didn't let it really roll over here onto Twisted Minds. Instead, they still continued onto their day jobs, which is to farm up Sev as much as they can. Let Liv take most of the farms as well when it comes to the minion waves, and now they focus onto getting Daisy out of position. That was a really close call here for Sev. Now they come back. There's a positive position here for Team Falcons, and they could attempt another gank if ever, but Twisted Minds, they're just not letting things go walk by.
This is so good. Falcons know how to get the attention of Twisted. They show that Harley in the mid lane.
Yep.
Twisted continue to respond to it. They gotta play this slow, and now Raimundo might just be in some trouble.
Okay, she's getting a lot of attention here for Twisted Minds. Immortality being popped off. Kao eliminating Sev at the most crucial timing. Living with real world manipulation is Chin Chao with a Winter Crown play here. Beautiful Blazing Duet, but Liv is still alive and will be able to take down the burst damager here for Twisted Minds. Daisy, on the other hand, will get the trade-off, but now it's main lane locking in closely here on the members of Team Falcons, and Violet is the only woman remaining, and Twisted Minds one onto that clash and will be able to secure a Lord.
One simple mistake. Liv just needed to buffer the flicker as soon as that heavy spin connected the very first time before she gets pinned against that wall. You gotta be a little fast on that one, and Liv right now needs to do so much work, because for the rest of the team to peel for her, they have to put their bodies on the line. Liv tried to be the peeler with the RWM, and guess what? Chin Chao already one step ahead with the Winter Crown.
And now they're looking to somehow compromise some of the jungles here for Team Falcons. What you mentioned, that was beautiful played out here also for Twisted Minds. Very smart targeting for Mei lane, and Kao directly assassinating Sev started everything, and it all fell onto the hands of Twisted Minds. Now the Lord will be marching onto the bottom side.
Now this is where it's going to get a little difficult here, because Twisted Minds don't exactly have the greatest ways to zone their players off without having to commit really big ultimates. And in this case, it's that heavy spin, unless we see Daisy flicker, which isn't up for another 36 seconds.
Yep. But they're making it worth it, right? For Raimundo,
Oh my god.
she is just suffering, bro. She's just suffering onto what Chin Chao and Kao is doing. It's Daisy yet again finding Sev across the map, across the jungle, and now they're left to defend. It's only going to be 4 members here onto the top lane, and main lane and the Ross will be slowly disengaging. That was an immediate answer for Team Falcons, but that was a close call, by the way, for Sev.
Oh, can they save the turret?
no!
The inhibitor turret gets broken down. Even if it survives at 1 HP, at least it would have prevented the ever-constant flowing wave from Twisted Minds' side, and a long wave, the long lane of which Falcons must consistently deal with. Look, Lord is spawning 75 seconds away on the bottom side. It's so far away to deal with, and they really need Violet to open up that map, because nobody else can do it, not even Raimundo anymore.
She isn't, right? She is not really enjoying her time right now because for Team Falcons, that's halfway across the map. And you wouldn't want to waste a time for Violet to just clear off the waves. You want her to be present when it comes to crucial team fights. Now, we see her purchasing the Winter Crown as well.
Wait, we're seeing a movement from Twisted Minds. It looks like they want to invade on the top side to maybe try and go for an intercept onto Violet.
Maybe.
But they've already spotted this out, right? Raimundo, great positioning here to give the information necessary. Falcon's ready for the counterattack.
Okay, Raimundo still is baiting herself here. Just debating whether they should go for a kill, but Violet onto Daisy. This is what we're talking about. She is strong on the 1v1 scenario. But if there were multiple members, that is a different case. So Team Falcons needs to be really careful onto sending Violet alone across the map.
Falcons, again, that counterattack, had it happened at the 40-second mark of when the Lord was going to spawn, they probably would have their ults back up for when the Lord actually spawned to fight once more. But it's just too risky. It's 15-13 so far, and Twisted Minds, both sides are all at max build, with Twisted Minds with a little bit more economy to start item swapping in the middle of these fights. We'll see whether that's going to matter in just a little bit, because you can tell Falcons, they're the ones who have to press the charges. Twisted Minds, they can just wait. Look at that top wave. It's building up fast.
Yep, they have the luxury to take things slow when it comes to this Lord take. And as we mentioned, it's always going to be a -1 here for Team Falcons just because of that base art being destroyed here for Twisted Minds. And now they commit. They saw that there are not a lot of members here for Team Falcons to try and contest this one out. It's Liv trying to fall back here with a free hit. And Violet with the Falling Storm will be able to hit Sa. But the process is going to be taking too long here for Team Falcons, but immediately get in with the kill. What a way to get off the Lord and get another kill. Xin Chao with their multi-spark rope. And a double kill here for the carry. Falcons have done it. They were able to get a Lord, a kill as well, and now they slowly make their way through the map.
Genuinely beautifully played by Falcon's side. I thought maybe for sure that this was going to be a Lord for the side of Twisted Minds, but the target priority from Falcons in the middle of the scrum was just too much to deal with. And now, with the immortalities, they're looking for the end game as Daisy. They're going to have to recall. Yeah, it looks like they've accepted what's about to happen. And look at Levy, so far behind with the RWM ready to punish.
Okay, they know it's going to be a jump here for Daisy. She's taking the risk. We'll be able to eliminate Raimundo, but the Lord is still full of HP. It's in Team Falcons focus fire onto the base and winning over this match onto a 2-0 sweep.
From deadpan side.